So the Call of Duty first beta just ended, and maybe the game wasn't as bad as I thought. This video is pretty much just me ranting for the next whatever long it is, 14 minutes of ranting. My first game on, the game felt amazing and the movement felt the same as Cold War. I enjoyed Cold War a lot, so this was perfect for me. And I had amazing first game, getting all my kill streaks like nothing. The biggest thing I noticed is that everybody I played, every day I played, my movement skill got better, and my aim got better too. My first day I was missing shots left and right. I warmed up. Obviously it was like it was like a brand new game. While that's good that every day I play my movement got better, that means other people's will get better as well, which will be more interesting. It'll make the game harder. Obviously, if you're running around, nobody's sliding, nobody's jumping in day one, game one, you can get a couple kills in a row and get a good streak going. But once people are diving, peeking corners, this and that, it'll definitely a skill gap will be seen, and I think it'll make the game harder, maybe more fun. As long as I keep up with it, as long as I keep learning it, it'll be good to go. It'll completely transform the game, because when I first started, I felt like I was playing Cold War, which is good because I enjoyed it. But then once you start sliding and diving, it's like, oh, this actually is a new game. This is a new development. Right, the second day I played, my aim was getting a little bit better, and I started to use the slide more. While I still ran on the map completely lost, as always, there were still all new maps to me. But I was also getting used to the sight tilting when I came to edges. I could a little peek around here and there. When I first started playing, so day 1, day 2 type deal, Skyline right here, this was my favorite map. It just felt like the best put together, best looking. It felt like a good map. Nothing seemed like just lanes. Nothing seemed too chaotic. It seemed like a good, not too open map. I enjoyed it the most, but it definitely changed later. Also, by this day, whatever time I was playing, I was trying to figure out diving because it's not a mechanic I was used to. Like in Cold War, I don't want to run and dive all the time. Well, I know you can. It wasn't very rewarding. It wasn't very as useful in Cold War because it just wasn't. It just wasn't built the same. So it's getting used to that because it's a new mechanic. I also, like I said before, I ran around some of these maps like brain dead. I wouldn't know this person next to me. Just it was all different, and I heard that the footsteps were off, and they just fixed that. Maybe that's why. But after I learned how to pay attention and not run on the map, like I had this chicken, it made the game better because I just kind of got used to it, and I was more focused on running to the objective in a straight line, and then I was like, well, that's not really how you play the game. I kind of got to look around. People are always behind me, or this and that, and by the third day, or the next time I played, I guess I don't really know how many days it was out. I kind of played, sometimes I played at noon, sometimes I played, you know, after dinner, it depends on the day. But by the next time, the third day-ish, I was diving a lot more, I was using attack, sprint better, and hitting a lot more shots. I think most of it is just, I became warmed up to the game, you know. I've been playing some zombies recently. I played a little bit of Cold War, but I haven't played a lot of multiplayer before this came out. Right behind it, I was like, well, I'll just get back into the game. Oh my god. I was warming up, getting better at shots, getting better at sliding, diving. I was just learning mechanics more as I played the game more. By this time, day 3, I really like Scud a lot more because there were some good spots to camp in the map. While I don't like to sit there and camp the whole game. With certain guns, behind the satellite, I don't like because it pisses me off when people sit there with snipers. But there's other spots that it's such a big open map that it's an easy map to sit in and look over the entire map. And I was enjoying it because I was getting some pretty good shots off of it, pretty good streaks off of it. Obviously, when people are doing it to me, it pisses me off. But hey, that's the way of the game. Another thing is, I think this day, or maybe the day before, the HVT game mode came out. I personally dislike the game mode the most. I think it's the most boring, the most slow. I'll spend 2 minutes running around the whole map, and all of a sudden I find 4 people side by side and I get killed instantly, and I spawn across the map again. I think what they should do, well, the thing is, because people, especially in like Skyline, they go sit and camp at events. And some of the other maps, like Derelict, they go sit in a tower. They just sit there and camp. That's the whole point of the game, I guess, is to keep your HVT alive. But a lot of sitting there, a lot of camping, which I think is too boring for me. I like the fast-paced game modes where it's a lot of quick back and forths. And I know I can't really speak much on it.
Behind that bush.
But I wish they would do HVT more like how they did it in X Defiant. If you don't know how that one is, it's kind of like it's a mix of like HVT and kill confirmed or whatever it's called. the HVT that collects dog tags gets more points. I think it makes more sense because it gets the HVT out of a camping spot into playing in the game. That's why you can actually hunt them down and do this, do that. But, you know, it is what it is. This is when I tried a little bit of sniping on the new map. I don't even know what it's called. I could not tell you. The downtown map. Whatever it's called. I wanted to try sniping a little bit. I've never been like a huge sniper. I know how to do it. I can't say I'm the worst at it, but definitely not my strong suit. So like, let me see if I can use my sniper a little bit. I would say, I cannot say it feels good. People are sprinting and sliding and jumping like so much. It's really hard to follow them and hit a snipe. But when people are standing still or stiller, I guess, you can definitely hit some good shots. One of these games, I had the best play. I'll put it right here. Huh. It was just, I hit 3 snipes in a row. I guess that's honestly pretty good for my aim. But it was pretty good. Also, by this day, whatever it was, when the face-off maps released, I was actually playing, and then my game restarted in the middle of it. I was like, it was kind of perfect because it was kind of exciting to play the 2 new maps in the new game mode face-off. The first map I hopped into was Pit. Pit is a phenomenal map. The first time I hopped in it, I was like, this map is shit. It's too small. It's whatever it is. It's not. That's supposed to be small. Playing 6v6, I think is within the maps now. Face-off. I think that Pit was one of my favorite maps in general. Favorite game mode in general. It's such a small, like organized, chaotic ass map. It's fun. It's got some good details, some good little sneaky spots here and there. You can, other than the spawns being a little off, but it's because it's a small map. I think is the issue that you can spawn literally right next to the enemy while getting shot at. That just happens in all the maps and all the games. That could get tweaked. Probably will. Seeing how to fix that, because there's been many times where I'll spawn in the map and I'll instantly get killed before I even leave my like little spawn. But on the little map, it's Pit. That's kind of the point of it. It's supposed to be mini chaotic. It's gonna be useful, I'm sure, 2v2 map if they do like gunfight tournaments and such. And for those, the game modes, it will be an amazing map because there'll be a lot of strategy put into it. Also, the other map, whatever the hell the Get Down Mr. President map is, I don't even know what it's called either. That map is just horrendous. I do not like it. It's not even that much fun to play. Most of the time, people just sit in the back behind the stages with snipers, and it's still a little map, so people just sit and snipe and snipe and snipe, and it's weird because the things you can shoot to and the things you can on that map is kind of all messed up because everything's made out of curtains, right? Some of the times you can shoot through it, sometimes you can't, and I get tracks through it. I can track people through it. It's good and bad. I just don't like the map. It's too much of an open map for it to be that small.
I can't with this game,
that if you're not behind something or like sliding, crouching, whatever it is, if you're trying to just run for like a second, you're instantly dead because there's straight lanes through the entire map. Like
I can't get a kill. It's not an assist.
That map I did not enjoy at all. And then finally, by the last day, 4th day, I don't even know how many days it was out, but by the last day I played. I don't think I played the morning of the last day, I guess, but whatever. The last evening that I played, I was getting a lot better. I hit some of my best clips. I can't say they're fucking crazy because I'm no COD expert. I'm maybe a little bit above average at most days at this game, but I was learning the hidden spots, kind of, I would say camping spots. Some of them are camping spots, some of them I just would hit some decent shots. But by the last day, I was using the movement to get kills to my advantage. I was, peeking corners, sliding, diving, jumping, avoiding bullets a lot better. I definitely got way more of a hang of it, but it just kind of clicked finally of how crazy the movement is and how useful it is. Because, yeah, the harder it is for you to get tracked, the harder it is for you to die, obviously. So, learning the sliding, the diving. My favorite map by last day is I liked Derelict, the train map that I'm sure a lot of people, I've heard a lot of complaints about. I like that map a lot at the end. Well, I don't even use my SMG that much, but for my AR classes, it's such a good map, and there is some really good cheeky like camp spots on top of the trains. Well, obviously people were watching up there now, but the jumping between the trains and the tower and watching this spawn and this and that, to me it gives me the vibe of like a Nuketown map. If you can sneak into the other teammates' building and get like a window peek and get like 2 or 3 spawn kills before you get noticed, that feeling to me was amazing. I liked the way that was. Definitely my best map. Another thing I know it's gonna come out, but I'm waiting for it, is different score streaks. because I think they could be better. I don't really need a scout pulse and a UAV. I rather just use a UAV that way the whole team can do it. You know, I know it'll come out on release or whatever, there'll be more score streaks, but I'm curious to see what else they add in here, because so far the ones they have, they're mostly similar with like Cold War, but they're also a little bit different. So I wonder if they're gonna have more new ones that we haven't seen, and then obviously some other very similar ones, like the Watchdog Helos, like an attack copter, and I'm just curious because I think it'd be, as long as I get better at getting the score streaks, it'd be kind of nice. Another thing is that with those score streaks, the scoring right now seems to be all out of whack to me, and my buddy was also complaining about it. It kind of just makes absolutely zero sense. First off, there should be a kill multiplier. Maybe not as good, but it should be at Cold War. If you get 2 or 3 kills in a row, it's whatever the kill is, 100 points times 3. So your third kill is worth 300 points. I mean, they can tone it down a little bit so it's with less, but making it actually worth getting a kill streak, which is kind of the point of score streaks, is having a kill streak in a row. They should make it actually obtainable, or more obtainable, I should say, especially if they do stuff that costs more than whatever the missile is called right now. If they do stuff that costs more, you have to be getting like 15 kills in a row, which, I mean, yes, it's doable. You can get some points from sitting on the point and this and that, but it just seems so, like, it takes so long to get them. It should be some sort of multiplayer like in Cold War, which I think is well done. Also, I've had games where I would have like 10 less kills and pretty much identical objective time as one of my friends. He would have more kills, I would have less. We would have almost the same objective time, like pretty much identical, and somehow I'd be above him on the leaderboard. Some of the times it just made no sense. The scores seemed whack. I don't know if that's just a beta thing. Whatever, I'm sure it'll get figured out. I'm sure I'll get used to it otherwise. But it's weird. It makes no sense to me. Other than that, the overall game definitely grew on me, and I'm very excited to get back into it. I just had so much fun, and I'm waiting. Oh, this open beta is gonna happen this weekend. I'm sure I'll play as much as I can, but I know I'm hella busy, so I have to wait till, I don't even know when the release date is. October something, I think. I'll wait to that. I'm pretty excited for it, and then I'm really getting my hopes up for zombies. I hope it's pretty good, but I've never been a multiplayer person. I pretty much barely played on Cold War. I never played by myself really. If I'm playing with friends, it's more fun, but on Cold War, like, it was such a camo guide. I never even got it. I never even attempted it on multiplayer, I can't lie. I only ever played zombies pretty much. But this multiplayer, to me, feels better. I feel like I'm better at the game because maybe I'm getting used to the new game. It's, instead of buying the game 3 years after release date, I'm playing it on open beta, so I might stay up to date kind of with the movement, with the updates, with the guns, with this and that. And another thing is, my favorite gun was the SWAT tactical rifle, whatever it was called. I don't know, I've always been like a tactical rifle. The LMG is pretty good. It feels like, to me, it feels almost the same as the M16 Cold War, which was probably one of the best, if not the best guns in the game. So, I'll see what the game brings during these next beta and when it releases, but I'm pretty excited to hop back into it. Let me know your thoughts down below. I'm curious if you guys, at the end of the beta, realized you don't like the game mode still, or maybe it grew on you a couple more, and then next open beta will get a lot more people to play the game and feel it out, and hopefully it's only up from here because of doing all these quick fixes and this and that, but I personally love the game so far. As of now, I'll definitely be playing this game a lot more when it comes out, and I'm excited for it, and I hope you all stick around to the next video.